The law of correspondence says that your outer life tends to be a mirror image of your inner life. Everywhere you look, there you are. Everywhere you look, you see yourself reflected back. You do not see the world as it is, but as you are inside. If you want to change what is going on in the world around you, your relationships, results, and rewards, you have to change what is going on in the world inside you. Fortunately, this is the only part of your life over which you have complete control. The starting point of success, the starting point of becoming excellent in time management is desire. Almost everyone feels that their time management skills could be vastly better than they are. People resolve over and over again to get serious about time management by focusing, setting better priorities, and overcoming procrastination. They intend to get serious about time management sometime, but unfortunately, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. The key to motivation is motive for you to develop sufficient desire to develop time power. You must be intensely motivated by the benefits you feel you will enjoy. You must want the results badly enough to overcome the natural inertia that keeps you doing things the same old way. Here are 4 good reasons for practicing what you learn in this book. 1. Gain 2 extra hours each day. You will gain at least 2 additional productive hours per day by practicing what you learn in this book. Just think, what could you do or accomplish if you had the gift of 2 extra working hours each day? What projects could you start and complete? What books could you write and publish? What subjects could you learn and master? What could you accomplish with 2 extra hours that you were able to focus and concentrate on completing high-value tasks? 2 extra hours per day, multiplied by 5 days per week, equals 10 extra hours per week. 10 extra hours per week multiplied by 50 weeks per year would give you 500 extra productive hours each year. 500 hours translates into more than 12 40-hour weeks, or the equivalent of 3 extra months of productive working time each year. By gaining 2 productive hours each day, you could transform your personal and working life. You could achieve all your goals, double your income over the next 2 to 3 years, and eventually achieve financial independence, if not become rich. 2. Improve your productivity and performance. Your productivity, performance, and income will increase by at least 25% over the next year. 2 extra hours, in addition to the 8 hours that you work each day, is equal to a 25% increase. What you are earning today is what you are being paid today as a result of what you are producing today. If you increase your productivity by 25% or more, you must eventually earn and be paid 25% more. And if your current boss won't pay you for improved performance, some other boss will come along and gladly give you more money for your ability to produce greater results. 3. Increase your sense of control. You will have more energy and less stress as you practice these ideas. You will have a greater sense of control over your work and your personal life. You will feel like the master of your own destiny and a power in your own life. You will feel more positive and powerful in every part of your life. Over the years, psychologists have done extensive research in the area of what is called locus of control. They have discovered that you feel positive about yourself and your life to the degree to which you feel in charge of your life. You have an internal locus of control. With an internal locus of control, you feel that your life is in your own hands, you make your own decisions, and you are responsible for your own actions and outcomes. You are the primary creative force in your own life. Psychologists have also found that if you have an external locus of control, in that you feel that you are controlled by people and circumstances outside of yourself, such as your boss, your bills, your family, your health, or some other factor, you will feel negative, angry, and often depressed. You will feel frustrated and unable to change. You will develop what is called learned helplessness and see yourself more as a creature of circumstances rather than a creator of circumstances when you have an external locus of control. You feel that you are a prisoner of external forces. You often see yourself as a victim. Take control of your time and your life. One of the keys to developing a stronger internal locus of control is for you to manage your time and your life better. The more skilled you become at managing your time, the happier and more confident you will feel. You will have a stronger sense of personal power. You will feel in charge of your own destiny. You will have a greater sense of well-being. You will be more positive and personable. 4. More time for your family. You will have more time for your family and your personal life as you get your time and your life under control. You will have more time for your friends, for relaxation, for personal and professional development, and for anything else you want to do. When you become the master of your own time and gain 2 extra hours per day, you can use that extra time to run a marathon, complete a college degree, write a book, build a business, and create an outstanding life. With 2 extra hours per day, You can put your life and career onto the fast track and begin moving ahead at a more rapid rate than you ever thought possible. 3 mental barriers to time power. If everyone agrees that excellent time management is a desirable skill, why is it that so few people can be described as well-organized, effective, and efficient? Over the years, I have found that many people have ideas about time management that are simply not true. But if you believe something to be true, it becomes true for you. Your beliefs cause you to see yourself in the world and your relationship to time management in a particular way. If you have negative beliefs in any area, these beliefs will affect your thinking and actions and will eventually become your reality. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. 1. You will decrease your naturalness and spontaneity. The first myth of time management or negative belief is that if you are too well organized, you become cold, calculating, and unemotional. If you are extremely effective and efficient, some people feel that they will lose their spontaneity and freedom. They will become unable to go with the flow to express themselves openly and honestly. People think that managing your time well makes you too rigid and inflexible. This turns out not to be true at all. Many people hide behind this false idea and use it as an excuse for not disciplining themselves the way they know they should. The fact is that people who are disorganized are not spontaneous, they are merely confused and often frantic. Often they suffer a good deal of stress. It turns out that the better organized you are, the more time and opportunity you have to be truly relaxed, truly spontaneous, and truly happy. You have a much greater internal locus of control. Here is the key structure and organize everything that you possibly can. Think ahead, plan for contingencies, prepare thoroughly, and focus on specific results. Only then can you be completely relaxed and spontaneous when the situation changes. The better organized you are in the factors that are under your control, the greater freedom and flexibility you have to quickly make changes whenever they are necessary. Negative mental programming. The second mental barrier to developing excellent time management skills is negative programming, often from your parents, but also from other influential people. When you are growing up, if your parents or others told you that you were a messy person, or that you were always late, or that you never finished anything you started, when you become an adult, you may still be operating unconsciously to obey these earlier commands. The most common excuse is that's just the way I am, or I have always been that way. The fact is that no one is born either messy and disorganized or neat and efficient. Time management and personal efficiency skills are disciplines that we learn and develop with practice and repetition. If we have developed bad time management habits, we can unlearn them. We can replace them with good habits over time. 3. Self-limiting beliefs. The third mental barrier to good time management skills is a negative self-concept, or what are called self-limiting beliefs. Many people believe that they don't have the ability to be good at time management. They often believe that it is an inborn part of their background or heritage. But there is no gene or chromosome for poor time management or good time management, for that matter. Nobody is born with a genetic deficiency in personal organization. Your personal behaviors are very much under your own control. Here is an example to prove that most of what you do is determined by your level of motivation and desire in that area. Imagine that someone were to offer you $1 million to manage your time superbly for the next 30 days. Imagine that an efficiency expert was going to follow you around with a clipboard and a video camera for 1 month. After 30 days, if you had used your time efficiently and well, working on your highest priorities all day, every day, you would receive a prize of $1 million. How efficient would you be over the next 30 days? The fact is that with sufficient motivation, $1 million, you would be one of the most efficient, effective, best organized, and focused people in the world. The best news is that after 1 full month of practicing the very best time management skills, you would have developed habits of high productivity and top performance that would last you the rest of your life. You are free to choose. Time management behaviors are very much a matter of choice. You choose to be efficient, or you choose to be disorganized. You choose to focus and concentrate on your highest value tasks, or you choose to spend your time on activities that contribute little value to your life. And you are always free to choose. The starting point of overcoming your previous programming and eliminating the mental blocks to time management is for you to make a clear, unequivocal decision to become absolutely excellent at the way you use your time minute by minute and hour by hour. You must decide right here and now that you are going to become an expert in time management. Your aim should be to manage your time so well that people look up to you and use you as a role model for their own work habits. program yourself for effectiveness and efficiency. There are several mental techniques that you can use to program yourself for peak performance. 1. Positive self-talk. The first of these methods for programming your subconscious mind is positive self-talk, or the use of positive affirmations. These are commands that you pass from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. Affirmations are statements that you either say out loud or say to yourself with the emotion and enthusiasm that drives the words into your subconscious mind as new operating instructions. Here are some examples of affirmative commands that you can use to improve your time management skills. Begin by repeating over and over to yourself, I am excellent at time management. I am excellent at time management. Any command repeated over and over again in a spirit of faith, acceptance, and belief will eventually be accepted by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will then organize your words, actions, and feelings to be consistent with these new commands. You can continually repeat, I am always punctual for my appointments. I am always punctual for my appointments. You can create your own mental commands, such as I am well organized, or I concentrate easily on my highest payoff tasks. My favorite time management affirmation is to repeat continually, I use my time well. I use my time well. I use my time well. When you repeat these words over and over with emphasis, they are eventually accepted by your subconscious mind. You will then find that your external behaviors will start to reflect your internal programming. 2. Visualize yourself as highly efficient. The second technique that you can use to program your subconscious mind is visualization. Your subconscious mind is most immediately influenced by mental pictures. In self-image psychology, the person you see is the person you will be. Begin to see yourself as well-organized, efficient, and effective. Recall and recreate memories and pictures of yourself when you were performing at your best. Think of a time when you were working efficiently and effectively and getting through an enormous amount of work. Play this picture of yourself over and over again on the screen of your mind. In athletic training, this is called mental rehearsal. This requires practicing and rehearsing in your mind before you actually engage in the physical action. The more relaxed you are when you visualize yourself performing at your best, the more rapidly this command is accepted by your subconscious mind and becomes a part of your thinking and acting later on. The practice of mental rehearsal, the method is simple. First, you sit or lie in a quiet place where you can be completely alone in the silence. You then imagine yourself going through an important upcoming experience, such as a meeting, a presentation, a negotiation, or even a date. As you sit or lie completely relaxed, create a picture of the coming event and see it unfolding perfectly in every respect. See yourself as calm, positive, happy, and in complete control. See the other people doing and saying exactly what you would want them to do if the situation was perfect. Then breathe deeply, relax, and just let it go. As if you had sent off an order and the delivery is guaranteed, exactly as you visualized it. The best time to practice mental rehearsal is at night in bed, just before you fall asleep. The last thing you do before you doze off is to imagine yourself performing at your best the following day. You will be amazed at how often the upcoming event or experience happens exactly as you imagined it. In becoming excellent at time management, practice mental rehearsal by continually seeing yourself as you would be if you were one of the best organized and most efficient people you could imagine. Eventually, these pictures will lock in. When they do, you will find yourself easily and automatically using your time efficiently and well in everything you do. 3. Act a part. The third mental technique you can use to program your subconscious mind for efficiency and effectiveness is to act the part of a highly efficient person. Imagine that you have been selected for a role in a movie or stage play. In this role, you are to act the part of a person who is extremely well organized in every respect. As you go through your daily life, imagine you are an actor who is playing this part, who is already very good at time management. Act as if you are already using your time efficiently and well. Pretend that you are an expert in personal efficiency. Fake it until you make it. When you pretend that you are excellent in time management, eventually the action, which is under your direct control, will develop the mindset or the belief in your subconscious mind that is consistent with it. 4. Benchmark against the best. The fourth mental technique you can use for becoming a highly efficient person is called modeling. Modeling requires you to pattern yourself after someone you know who uses his or her time well. Think of someone you admire for good time management skills. Use that person as your standard or your model. Imagine what he or she would do in any given situation, and then do it yourself. Many of the most effective men and women in America reached their positions by modeling themselves in their earlier years after someone who was already extremely effective, someone whom they admired and respected for qualities they wanted to develop in themselves. Because of the law of correspondence, you always tend to become on the inside what you most admire in other people. 5. Become a teacher. The fifth technique for programming your subconscious mind is to imagine that you are going to be teaching a course in time management 1 year from today. This technique comes from the discoveries in the field of accelerated learning. What the experts have found is that if you think about how you would teach new material at the same time you are learning the new material, you seem to absorb it and internalize it far faster than if you just thought about learning it and using it for yourself. As you take in these new ideas on time management, think of how you would teach them to someone else. Think of someone in your life who could benefit from practicing what you are learning. Just as you become what you think about, you also become what you teach. Just thinking about teaching something to someone else increases the speed at which you learn it yourself. And you always think about teaching those things that you most want or need to learn for yourself. One of the fastest ways to learn new ideas and techniques permanently is to share them with other people immediately after you learn them. Each time you come across a good idea in this book, take a few moments to share it with someone nearby, either at home or at work. The concentration you require to explain the new principle in your own words to another person seems to drive the information deeper into your subconscious mind, where it becomes a permanent part of your long-term memory. 6. Be a role model for others. The sixth technique you can use to program your subconscious mind is to imagine that others are looking up to you as an example of excellence in time management. Imagine that you are setting the standard in your company or your organization. Imagine that everyone is looking to you for guidance on how they should plan and organize their own time. If others were watching you, what would you do differently each day? How would you behave in your daily work? How would you organize your time if you felt that everyone was looking up at you to set the standard, to be the role model? When you see yourself as a model, an example of excellent performance, you will always do better and accomplish more than if you just thought of yourself as personally trying to be more efficient. The more you think about yourself as an excellent time manager, the more excellent you become. The more you see yourself as a role model for others, the better you become in organizing your own time and life. Your self-esteem determines your life, perhaps the most important part of the psychology of time management. And the role that your self-concept has in determining your performance and behavior is the impact of your self-esteem in determining everything that happens to you. Most psychologists agree that self-esteem is the critical determinant of a healthy personality. The best definition of self-esteem is how much you like yourself. When you like and respect yourself, you always perform and behave better than if you did not. The more you like yourself, the more confidence you have. The more you like yourself, the more efficient and effective you are in each area of your life. Self-esteem is the key to peak performance. Your self-esteem is so important to your emotional health that almost everything you do is aimed at either increasing your feelings of self-esteem and personal value or protecting it from being diminished by other people or circumstances. Self-esteem, the feeling of liking and respecting yourself, is the foundation principle of success and happiness. It is vital for you to feel fully alive. The key to peak performance, the flip side of self-esteem, is called self-efficacy. This is defined as how effective you feel you are at doing or accomplishing a task or job. When you feel that you are really good at something, you experience positive feelings of self-efficacy. One of the greatest discoveries in psychology was the discovery of the connection between self-esteem and self-efficacy. Now we know that the more you like yourself, the better you do at almost anything you attempt. And the better you do at something, the more you like yourself. Each feeds on and reinforces the other. This finding is what makes time management so important for every part of your life. The better you use your time, the more you get done, and the higher is your sense of self-efficacy. As a result, you like yourself more, do even higher quality work, and get even more done. Your whole life improves. 3 self-esteem builders. There are 3 additional factors that affect your self-esteem that have to do with time management. 1. Determine your values. Living your life consistent with your deepest values is essential for you to enjoy high self-esteem. People who are clear about what they believe in and value, and who refuse to compromise their values, like and respect themselves far more than people who are unclear about what is really important to them. This immediately brings up the question, how much do you value your life? People who truly value their lives are people who highly value themselves. People who value themselves highly use their time well. They know that their time is their life. The law of reversibility says that feelings and actions interact on each other. If you feel a certain way, you will act in a manner consistent with your feeling. However, the reverse is also true. If you act in a certain way, your actions will create within you the feelings that are consistent with them. This means that when you act as if your time was extremely valuable, the action causes you to feel like a more valuable and important person. By managing your time well, you actually increase your self-esteem, and by extension, you become better at whatever you are doing. The very act of living your life consistent with your values and using your time effectively and well improves your self-image, builds your self-esteem and self-confidence, and increases your self-respect. 2. Strive for mastery. The second factor that affects your self-esteem is your sense of being in control of your life and work, your feeling of mastery in whatever you do. Everything that you learn about time management and then apply in your work causes you to feel more in control of yourself and your life. As a result, you feel more effective and efficient. You feel more productive and powerful. Every increase in your feeling of effectiveness and productivity increases your self-esteem and improves your sense of personal well-being. 3. Know what you want. The third factor that directly affects your self-esteem is your current goals and the activities that you take to achieve those goals. The more your goals and your activities are congruent with your values, the better you feel. When you are working at something that you believe in and which is consistent with your natural talents and abilities like yourself more, and you do your work better. We will talk about goals in greater depth in the next chapter. 3 steps to performance improvement. These then are the 3 keys to the psychology of time management. First, you determine your values, and then you resolve to live your life consistent with those values. Second, you dedicate yourself to mastery, to becoming absolutely excellent at what you do. The quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your time management. The better and more effective you are at managing the minutes and hours of your day, which are the building blocks of your life, the more you will like and respect yourself, and the better will be every aspect of your inner and outer life. 12 proven principles for peak performance. Here are 12 proven principles you can practice every day to get more out of yourself and improve your results in everything you do. Principle number 1, time management enables you to increase the value of your contribution. Self-esteem comes from the knowledge that you are putting more into your life and work than you are taking out, that you are contributing more to your work than you are getting back. The greater the contribution you feel that you are making to your company and to your family, the greater will be your self-esteem. Good time management enables you to greatly improve your ability to contribute more and more value to whatever you are doing. Principle number 2, your rewards, both tangible and intangible, will always be equal to the value of your service to other people. The more you put in, the more you get out. By the law of sowing and reaping, time management enables you to sow more and better, and therefore to reap more and better in every area of your life. If you want to increase the quality and quantity of your rewards, you need only seek ways to increase the value of your service. This is very much under your control. Principle number 3, good time management requires that you see yourself as a factory. A factory has 3 phases of production. First of all, it has inputs of raw materials, time, labor, money, and resources. These are the factors of production that are necessary to create the end product. Second, inside the factory, there are activities that take place. These are the production activities or work that are necessary to produce the product or service. The efficiency of operations within the factory determines the productivity of the factory and the productivity of each person involved in the production process. Third, what emerges from the factory are the outputs or production of the factory. The value of the factory is determined by the quality and quantity of its outputs relative to its inputs. The central purpose of the management of the factory is to increase the quality and quantity of outputs. One main difference between highly effective people and people who seem to produce very little is that top performers always focus on outputs or results. Average performers focus on inputs. Top performers focus on accomplishments. Medium or low performers focus on activities. Good time management requires that you continually ask yourself, what outputs are expected of me? What am I expected to produce? Why exactly am I on the payroll? The more you focus on the required outputs of your position, the better and more effective you will become. As a result, you will create greater value and make a more important contribution. You will become more productive and therefore more valuable to yourself and to your company. Principle number 4, everything you accomplish, or fail to accomplish depends upon your ability to use your time to its best advantage. Your levels of achievement and performance in every area are determined by your ability to think through and to apply the very best time management techniques available to you. You can only increase the quality and quantity of your results by increasing your ability to use your time effectively. Principle number 5, time is the scarcest resource of accomplishment. In America today, the biggest problem most people have is time poverty. People may have money and material success, but they don't have enough time to enjoy them. We are short of time in almost every area of our lives. Time is inelastic, it cannot be stretched. Time is indispensable, all work and accomplishment requires it. Time is irreplaceable, there is no substitute for it. And time is perishable, it cannot be saved, preserved, or stored. Once it is gone forever. Principle number 6, the practice of time management skills develops judgment, foresight, self-reliance, and self-discipline. These are the qualities of leadership and character. It is time management that enables you to get things done, and your ability to accomplish the tasks that are assigned to you is the chief measure of your value to your company and to your world. Principle number 7, a focus on time management forces you to be intensely result-oriented. Result orientation is the key quality of men and women. Your ability to focus single-mindedly on the most important results required of you is the fastest and surest way to get paid more, promoted faster, and to eventually achieve financial independence. Principle number 8, time management enables you to work smarter, not just harder. Many people who are failures actually work harder than successful people. But they produce less in the hours they work because of poor personal and time management skills. Principle number 9, good time management is a source of energy, enthusiasm, and a positive mental attitude. The more productive you become, the more positive you feel about yourself. As you see yourself accomplishing large quantities of work, you actually experience a continuous inflow of additional energy that enables you to accomplish even more. Principle number 10, you grow as a person in direct proportion to the demands that you place on yourself. The self-discipline of time management builds character, confidence, and an unshakable belief in yourself and your abilities. Principle number 11, lasting motivation only comes from a feeling of achievement and accomplishment. The more you get done, the better you feel about yourself, and the more eager you become to do even more. Principle number 12 now. This minute is all the time you have. If you manage yourself minute by minute, the hours and days will take care of themselves. The more tightly you manage your time, the more guaranteed you are that it will translate into a great life, hallmarked by purpose, power, control, and worthwhile accomplishments. The 7 practices of time power. There are 7 methods that you can use to help you to develop the habits of time management. The more you think about and practice these methods, the more rapidly you will program yourself to be efficient, effective, and highly productive. First, remember that your self-image determines your performance. You always perform on the outside in a manner consistent with the picture you have of yourself on the inside. Practice visualizing and imagining yourself as you want to be, not as you may have been in the past. You can actually change your self-image permanently by repeatedly visualizing yourself as highly efficient and effective. See yourself as absolutely excellent in time and personal management skills. Play this picture over and over again on the screen of your mind until it is accepted as a new set of commands by your subconscious mind. At that point, effective time management will become easy and automatic for you. Second, remember that new habit pattern formation takes about 21 days of practice and repetition. It has taken you your entire lifetime to become the person you are today with the time management habits you have at this moment. It takes time and commitment to change and for your subconscious mind to accept the new commands, pictures, and affirmations as your new operating instructions for your personal behavior. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect to change everything at once. Third, promise yourself that you are going to become excellent at time management. Promise yourself that you are going to be punctual and that you are going to concentrate on your most important tasks. Then, promise others that you are going to be more effective and efficient in the future. When you tell others and promise others that you are going to become better at the way you use your time, it makes it easier for you to make a firm commitment to yourself to follow through on these behaviors. When you know that other people are watching you to see if you will do what you said you would, you tend to be far more disciplined and firm with yourself. Fourth, In developing the habits of time management, start in just one area where poor time management is holding you back. Don't try to change everything at once. Change just one habit or activity where you know that improvement could be very helpful to you. As you discipline yourself to improve in a single area, you will find yourself becoming more productive in other areas at the same time. Fifth, launch your new time management habit strongly. Never allow an exception once you have decided that you are going to become excellent in a particular behavior. If you decide to be punctual for every appointment, discipline yourself to be early every single time until the new habit of punctuality becomes a permanent part of your behavior. If you decide to start early and concentrate on your most valuable tasks, discipline yourself to do this every single day for at least 3 weeks until it becomes easy and natural for you to start early on your highest priority. Never let yourself off the hook. Never make excuses or rationalizations for slacking off. Resolve to repeat the new behavior every time until the new habit is firmly entrenched. Sixth, use the trial and success method rather than the trial and error method. The trial and success method requires that you learn how to succeed by failing, and then by learning from your mistakes. Analyze your reasons for poor time management. Stand back and look at the areas in your life where your time is the most poorly managed and ask yourself, why do I behave this way in this area? Ask yourself, what are the obstacles to my operating more efficiently in this area? Take some time to reflect on your current behaviors and think about what you are doing. This will give you the awareness to make the changes that you need to make to be the efficient and effective person that you are capable of becoming. Seventh, and perhaps the most important of all, is for you to absolutely believe that you can and will become outstanding at time management. The law of belief says that your beliefs become your realities. The more intensely you believe that you can and will become excellent at time management, the more rapidly this becomes your reality. If you hold to your belief long enough and hard enough, it will eventually materialize as your new behaviors with regard to time. The good news is that time management is a skill like typing or riding a bike. Like any other skill, it is learnable with practice and repetition. You have the ability right now to develop the habits of excellent time management in every area of your life. It is simply a matter of getting started and then persisting until your new time management habits are permanent. Time management is your key to personal effectiveness, self-esteem, self-respect, and greater personal productivity and happiness. With time management, you can overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal. With excellent time management skills, you can take complete control over your life and your future. Time management is your key to unlimited success. You are searching for the magic key that will unlock the door to the source of power, and yet you have the key in your own hands. And you may make use of it the moment you learn to control your thoughts. Action exercises 1. Select one area where better time management skills can help you to be more effective and get more done. Resolve to go to work on yourself in that area immediately. 2. Think back on a time when you were performing at your best. Recall and replay the picture of this experience on the screen of your mind whenever you approach a new task. 3. Talk to yourself positively all the time. Repeat affirmations like, I use my time efficiently and well for. Imagine that everyone around you is looking up to you as the role model of personal efficiency, and that they were going to organize their days the way you organize yours. Act accordingly. 5. Think about teaching a course in time management to your friends and colleagues. What would be the most important things you would want to teach them? 6. Determine the areas of your work that give you the most satisfaction and make plans to become even more productive in those areas. 7. Resolve today that you are going to work and practice until you become one of the most efficient, effective, and productive people in your field. Take action immediately on your resolution.